This is a 1966 Jaguar XKE Series 1 Coupe. This particular car is a one-owner car with full documentation since new, out of San Diego, California, where it was sold new and the gentleman lived most of its life. It's a correct, we have the Jaguar Heritage Certificate. This is a correct opalescent blue over blue. It's had one repaint, no accident history, and no rust history. Let me clarify this. When I say no accident history, there was at one point he backed into a post here. It's the only damage, according to the original owner, this car's ever had. And definitely no rust. We have documentation of the car pulled apart and having the paint refinished. I don't think we would call this a restored car, but a refurbished car. Some of the components are original, and depends on what your definition of restored is. It was kept up. All the suspension work done, redone. Everything was redone as far as paint, any chrome needs, any suspension or mechanical needs. Engine's been rebuilt. But when I stated not restored, some of the interior components are original. I quizzed the owner on it. They were such good condition, I just couldn't believe they're original. And he said he would lay blankets over in the storage compartment to keep them fresh. He did redo the seats. Headliner's original, believe it or not, and it's still in great shape. Dash is original, gauges are original. Carpets have been redone. Door cards are original. I'll get into that after we go around the exterior part of the car. Paint's magnificent. All the gaps are good. You'll note they're a little high on the storage hatch. This is because it has fresh rubber seals in it. No accident, no rust again. So any sort of gap that might be out a little bit might be a result of fresh seals. No pitting, no scratches. Engine compartment's magnificent. This gentleman was an engineer, so everything he did had that engineer's perspective. He drove the car daily. The miles are original. It's 111,000 miles. His parents lived in Montana. He lived in San Diego, and he would drive the car to Montana frequently to see his parents. So he drove this car daily until he moved to Colorado, and we have documentation showing where he shipped it to Colorado. He pretty much quit driving it, and it sat for a minute, and then a minute, that's a southern term. It sat for a few years, and then he embarked on redoing the paint and the suspension and the engine and any other items that might have needed done. We have all the documentation for that. The owner's accessible. He loves talking about his car. We even have pictures in the documentation. He was a single man when he bought it. We have a picture in the documentation of him and his new bride in early 70s, 74 I believe, with their wedding gown and his tux in this car, driving away from their wedding. So obviously the wife cried when they sold the car. He shed a tear when he sold the car, but it has tremendous provenance. Again, no scratching on the chrome. Seals are all good. Take a look at this interior. I mentioned the door panels are original. Carpet's redone. Center console was redone. Seats were redone. This was not redone. That's original. Let me go ahead and explore that while we're here. When I first got to see this car, and they told me this was original, I argued. But the owner said, no, this is original. And he would put blankets down when he would travel to protect all of this. It's in fantastic shape. Everything's tight. This is what I was speaking about, seals. They're all brand new and fresh. These are original, the coverings. Headliner, original in great shape. Isn't that fantastic? Original components. Dash doesn't have any cracks, no warping, and this is an original dash. Original gauges. Does have an upgraded retro radio. I just drove it from my shop to this location. About a 15-minute drive in 90-degree weather. The oil pressure was just peaked the whole time, and the engine ran cool. Pretty amazing for a Jaguar on a 90-some degree day. Idles correctly, runs correctly. Really spectacular example. Again, a man that was an engineer. He made sure all the mechanics were in good order at all times. Got a little blistering on the ceramic, and if you know anything about these, you can't help that. You're going to have that. And this won't be a cold start, but it's going to be a start, so you can see how well it starts, runs. I've traded these cars for almost 50 years now, and when I could obtain enough of them, I literally would have a warehouse full of Jaguar XKEs, 120s, 140s. And of all the XKEs I've had, it's probably one of the finest driving ones I've had. Well, it is one of the finest driving ones I had. I have a one-owner 30,000 mile one. It's pretty spectacular. And then this one. All right, here we are at eye level. On the 66, you can see how clean the nose is. Bonnet's never been in trouble. There's no Bondo back up in here or here. It's straight, it's clean. There's no Bondo, it's not grind marks. Wheels are in nice shape, knockoffs are not damaged. Paint's incredible. Bonnet gaps are good. Rockers are nice, of course. Door gaps are good. Bulkhead lines are nice and even. How nice those lines are on that car. Crisp all the lenses are, the chrome is. Stainless steel exhaust. Correct car with nice provenance. Again, nice bulkhead lines. No swollen lead, no rust, no cracks. Lovely, lovely piece. All right, we are on the underside of the 66 Jaguar XKE. I want you to note that this is original floorboards on this car. They got a few little warps and bruises, but they're original. They've never been rusty. This car was refurbished in every way that it needed to be refurbished. All the suspension, aluminum radiator, I hope this video is showing you as nice as this car is and picking up all the details. Stainless steel exhaust. Again, I'm going to restate that these are original floorboards to this car with the original Jaguar undercoating. Not replaced, not undercoated by an independent company. That was from factory. Turn my lights here so I can get a good look at this suspension. Dry, clean, fresh. Did not have a daylight light. I'm using a shop light, so things may appear a little yellow. Incredible. What a nice piece. The one owner, single owner, was an engineer. So this underside was probably as much or more important to him than the upper side. All right. Nice, clean undercarriage. fun car to drive. Absolutely fascinating. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, but I haven't driven a Jaguar